What if I told you that the person you believe yourself to be doesn't actually exist, not fully, not independently, not permanently? You've spent your life building an identity, your name, your story, your habits, your wounds. But what if all of that is just scaffolding, a temporary shell constructed by memory, emotion, and social conditioning? What if you could let it all go and become something entirely new? You can, but first you have to die. Not physically, psychologically, spiritually, internally. The kind of death that strips away everything you've clung to for safety. The kind of death that makes rebirth possible. In ancient rites of passage, death was a metaphor. Tribes would take young people into the wilderness to symbolically die, leave behind their old identity, and return with a new name, a new role, a new soul. This wasn't a game. It was survival. It was sacred. Because until you face the death of who you think you are, you'll never truly meet the person you're meant to become. Modern society doesn't give us this initiation. It gives us brands, labels, roles. You're the achiever, the rebel, the anxious one, the smart one, the one who never quite fits, and we wear these labels like armor. But over time they become cages. Carl Jung called this the persona. The mask we wear to face the world. It helps us navigate social reality, but the longer we wear it, the more we forget it's just a mask. We start to believe we asterisk our asterisk it, and we suffer when our soul no longer fits inside it. But here's the truth no one wants to admit. You can walk away. You can burn the mask. You can vanish from the identity you've constructed and rebuild from the ashes. And yes, it's terrifying, because identity gives us comfort. Even a painful identity gives us asterisk, something asterisk. Victimhood, control, predictability, but behind that comfort is a trap. You're not evolving. You're just replaying an old script, the same patterns, the same reactions, the same pain wrapped in new packaging. To erase your identity is to declare war on your patterns. To say, I'm no longer loyal to the person who is shaped by fear, trauma, or expectation. I'm no longer interested in being who I had to be to survive. But how do you do it? Start with silence. Cut the noise. Walk away from the things that keep reinforcing who you've been. That might mean social media, certain friendships, even family. It's not about hatred. It's about space. The space to hear your own voice underneath the conditioning. Psychologically, this is called identity deconstruction. In therapy, it's the moment someone stops saying, "This is just who I am," and starts asking, "But why am I like this?" That question is the key. Not how do I fix myself, but who told me I was broken to begin with? Because maybe you're not broken. Maybe you're just buried. Think about prisoners who are released after 20 years. Some don't know how to live outside the prison walls. Because even prison becomes home if you stay long enough. Your identity is the same. It can become so familiar that freedom feels like danger, but freedom is never dangerous. It's uncomfortable, yes. It's unfamiliar, but it's real and it's yours. Look at history. Siddhartha left his palace, burned his old life, and became the Buddha. Malcolm X changed his name, changed his purpose, changed his soul. Mystics, prophets, revolutionaries, they all went through an ego death. It's not fiction. It's transformation, and here's the hard part. Your old life will resist. It will pull you back, not because it hates you, but because it fears change. Your nervous system is wired to protect the identity you've built, even if it's killing you. That's why transformation is so rare, not because it's impossible, but because it's painful. You'll grieve, you'll feel lost, you'll question everything. Good. That means it's working. That means you're in the fire, because fire doesn't just destroy, it purifies, it reveals, it softens and hardens at the same time. You need that fire to melt the false self, to expose the raw soul underneath. And when that soul begins to speak, listen. It won't sound like your old voice. It will sound quieter, wiser, strange at first. But it's you, the real you, not the version shaped by expectation or shame or fear. You'll find yourself moving differently, talking less, feeling more. You'll stop reacting and start observing. You'll be reborn into presence, into depth, into peace. But don't expect applause. The world doesn't celebrate those who disappear to find themselves. It's uncomfortable for people who are still trapped in their own masks. Some will say you've changed, that you've become distant, cold, different. Smile at them, not with arrogance, but with compassion, because they don't understand yet. And that's okay. You're not doing this for them. You're doing this because your soul is knocking, and you're finally ready to open the door. So, how do you erase your identity and start over as a new soul? You stop pretending. You stop performing. You stop clinging. You walk into the unknown. You let the old you die. And you wait not for someone to save you, but for the still small voice to return, the one that's been buried under years of noise. When it does, follow it, slowly, quietly, trust it, even if you don't understand it yet. Because that voice doesn't come from the mask. It comes from the fire, and the fire always knows who you really are. If this message stirred something in you, if it reminded you that you're more than the story you've been told, then take a moment. Sit in that silence, reflect, and if you're ready to burn the mask and begin again, you're not alone. Like the video if it spoke to you. Subscribe for more truth beneath the surface, and leave a comment. What part of you are you finally ready to let die? Until next time, keep going deeper,